1 minute to 9. The last year really has been particularly difficult for young people, with schools suspended, friendships interrupted, uncertainty over the future, and all the pressures of being at home 24/7 with the family. Referrals to child mental health services are at an all-time high. Charities like Childline and the NSPCC say lockdown has seen an increase in children under 11 seeking counselling. Well, it's Children's Mental Health Week this week, and today the UK's first mental health festival for schools gets underway. It's called Now and Beyond. Our reporter Seema Katecha has been finding out how lockdown and the pandemic have been even more of a struggle for some teenage girls, especially those who don't have support mechanisms in place.
School wasn't a nice place for Jess.
I got quite badly bullied. I ended up getting followed home. There was about a group of 15 people all together. A few people were holding their phones up, acting like they were filming it.
Her confidence was severely dented. Those feelings have been exacerbated over the last year, with regular lockdowns meaning a lot more time to ruminate. She says sometimes she'll have what she describes as a meltdown.
When I have these breakdowns, my insecurities resurface, and basically it just makes me feel a bit worthless, like, oh, you're not good for anything. I really doubt myself at the time, and I just feel like, nothing will help me. I feel helpless.
There are concerns that girls from less affluent backgrounds are struggling even more during the pandemic. Months without structure, a lack of role models and stable families, and little money has meant in some cases the impact has been greater. One organisation is calling for schools to reopen as quickly as possible to protect those girls who've been exposed to even more peril. Jane Canyon is the founder of Girls Out Loud, a social enterprise aiming to help teenage girls achieve their goals through strengthening their confidence.
Home is not a safe place for a lot of children. We've seen a spike in domestic violence, child neglect and child abuse. So there are some girls in some very, very dangerous situations, alone, got nobody to talk to, no support. Kind of the support for mental health has been struggling for at least the past 4 years. There isn't the resource, so it's not good.
The Children's Commissioner for England has been calling for more mental health support in schools when they open properly. Self-harm is a big concern, with previous studies showing it's more prevalent among girls. One suggests more than a quarter of teenage girls have hurt themselves by the age of 17. Experts are worried this figure will have got higher due to the pressures during lockdown. Here's Jess again.
Obviously, the restrictions means it's harder for teens as they're not surrounded by their friends. And if they do have issues with bullying or domestic abuse, it's harder for them to talk to people and get help. Like, for example, I was being bullied, and that made me self-harm as I felt very low and helpless.
The government says schools will open in England when it's safe to do so. In the meantime, it says it's made an annual investment of £2.3 billion in mental health services for young people, and it's committed to training a new mental health workforce for schools and colleges.
It felt like a last resort to me, but to anyone who's listening and struggling with self-harm, for them to remember that there is always someone out there they can talk to.
Jess, ending that report there by Seema Katecha. Well, we can talk now to Jane O'Rourke, child and adolescent psychotherapist.